Okay, people. So one of the things that a lot of people I've never seen anybody question this, but how does whenever you're going against a computer player, not an actual person, but a computer, how does the computer already always know what ability you have and what type your Pokemon is? Because I just fought a trainer with this Pokemon, which has the illusion ability, which whenever you send this Pokemon out, it appears as the Pokemon that's last in your party. So the Pokemon I had last in my party was a Moltres, which is a flying type. But the computer still used a fighting type move against this Pokemon because obviously it knew that this Pokemon's a dark type. So I kind of think that's wrong, and that's kind of cheating that they program these games this way, where the computer always knows what type your Pokemon is, even if it's disguised or transformed, or the computer always knows what type your Pokemon is and what ability it has too. Because, the computer shouldn't have used a fighting type move against this Pokemon. The computer shouldn't have used a fighting type move against this Pokemon because, the Moltres, it would have been not very effective. So that just goes to tell you that the computer knows what type your Pokemon is at all times and knows what your ability is. So even if you send out this Zoroark, it still knows that it's a Zoroark. It's not actually a Moltres. So the computer knows that, and the computer. Hang on, let me get out of this. The computer, like I mentioned before, it also knows what your abilities are. So if you go to here, and let's just say this is a perfect example, the Sinnoh region. If we go to Bronzong, okay, this Bronzong, it can have one of two abilities. It can have the Levitate, or it can have the Heat Proof. But if you send out a Bronzong against a computer player, how does the computer know if you have the Heat Proof ability or if you have the Levitate ability? How does it automatically know that? How does it know that it can use Earthquake against this and it'll be super effective? That it has the Heat Proof ability. How does the computer know that? It always knows your ability, and it always knows your type. I mean, I think that's kind of cheating that they program these games this way, but another example would be with Snorlax. Snorlax has the Thick Fat, or it has the immunity ability, which prevents it from getting poisoned, and then the Thick Fat reduces fire and ice moves. But if you send out a Snorlax against a computer player, how does it know that it doesn't have the immunity ability? Or that it does? How does it know that it can or cannot poison this Pokemon? How does it always know what ability you have all the time? I mean, I just think that that's one of the inconveniences about these games that I don't like. Because, I mean, that's not really fair that the computer knows your ability and knows what type your Pokemon is, even if it's transformed or disguised as something else. It still knows what type your Pokemon is. So, I mean, I just figure I mentioned that, and for all you people who don't recognize that or know that, but that's just how it is. I mean, the computer always knows what type your Pokemon is. It always knows what your ability is. Even if it's a Pokemon that can have one of two abilities, it still knows what your ability is. So I don't think that's fair, but that's just how it is. Anyways, thank you for watching.